Good YouTube. This your man Spill Dog. I would have never thought that I've been watching Canelo entire career. I was a big fan of Canelo. He was the first person I made one of these videos talking about, because people was giving him a lot of shit about PEDs or whatever, and I don't care who the fighter is. That I don't get into that right there. That's for, it's fucked up for the ones who doing it, but it ain't my job to distinguish who doing this or who doing that. I just speak on what I see happen in the boxing ring. And Canelo been one of the best boxers since Floyd left, up until really when Crawford beat Earl Spence. Canelo was considered pound for pound for years. So I don't like to fight with him, Terrence Crawford. Me personally, I just feel like, it'd be a great accomplishment if Crawford was to pull it off. But more, the logical answer is he probably should lose, just because of size, power, and moving up two divisions against a guy that's not just a journeyman, but actually was pound for pound for a long time. That has fought bigger and better fighters than all the fighters that Terrence Crawford has fought in his career. So it's a lot. It's a lot going in Canelo's favor in this fight. Can Crawford go in there and upset him? Sure, anything can happen, but the odds makers and everybody who thinking logically think Canelo should win the fight, just like Earl Spence. I wanted Earl Spence to beat Crawford, but the facts was Crawford was the favorite and Earl was the underdog. Now, I thought the odds makers had it wrong. I felt like it should have either been 50-50 or Earl a little bit ahead, but at that time I had taken into consideration the 17 months he been out the ring and how he looked against Ugas, and the fact that Crawford snuck a tune-up fight in, not snuck a tune-up fight in, played Earl and got a tune-up fight in when Earl didn't. So, and to be honest with you, after I saw the media workout the week before the fight, I knew then things could go bad, because I just saw how bad Earl and Derrick James looked working to make the mitts. It just looked like the chemistry was completely gone, and I was thinking maybe it's cause Derrick hold mitts with so many different fighters now. But after the fight, you never can say, because I doubt very seriously if Derrick James was that unhappy with Earl Spence. I think he just used the pay-per-view money from Crawford as an excuse. I think he probably had been wanting to change from Spence. He was getting paid more money from other fighters. So, I don't think he didn't do his best job going in there coaching Earl for that fight. He was too busy patting himself on the back for that Trainer of the Year award he had won. So, I may have overlooked some things. That's why that fight taught me. I will say this because, I say Earl Spence, Canelo, Keith Thurman, Tank, and Bud. Those were, and Deontay Wilder was my 5 favorite fighters at the time. I always liked Crawford, but Top Rank didn't have a lot of welterweights once Bud moved up, so it ain't like they had a smorgasbord of fights for him to get into. So it was kind of hard to really gauge what he would be at welterweight when he was fighting people like, just people that we really didn't know a whole lot about, and the people that he fought didn't have a lot of respect in the boxing community as a whole. Some of them anyway, and then the better fighters he fought was a little old in the tooth, a little shop worn, as far as Amir Khan and Kell Brook, and Sean Porter. I'm sorry, Kell Brook and Sean Porter, but he still won the fights and knockout. So with that, I give him much credit for that. But the point being, Bud hadn't had a lot of great. It ain't like he just been out here fighting great fight after great fight. Canelo been in there with Triple G. I mean, Canelo, made his mark. From same way Bud did, going up. And I just feel like once again, anything can happen, but Canelo is he should have the advantage. He used to fighting bigger guys, Kovalov, Berlanga, Munguia. He used to fight guys with longer reach because Crawford will have a reach and speed advantage in this fight. He can Canelo take a good punch, and it's damn near impossible to get a decision against him. Bivol got one, but you know you want have to dominate him to get a decision at the end of the fight. So, I just feel like just feel like it's a bad fight, and then people keep coming in the comment section saying, yeah, but Crawford the one he asked for the fight. Okay, well Benavidez has been asking for the fight longer than Crawford, but look who he picked up the phone for. So it let me think. And this is another reason why I don't think Crawford will win. The fact that Canelo took the fight. The fact that Canelo took the fight, I don't think, it don't look like he getting in the ring with nobody that he think can beat him. Seriously, cause if, it's amazing how people just see what the hell they want to see. I done had so many comments coming this thing saying that Crawford the one that was calling Canelo out. Well, what about Benavidez? He been calling his ass out way longer than Crawford in his division and more deserving of the fight. And they probably would make more money. So tell me why he don't want that fight. I tell you why I don't think he can win. He got to think in his own mind he can't beat this dude. Or he definitely got a lot of doubt. And he not going to fight him, and this bullshit, he shouldn't be able to get around that. So if he fight Crawford, it's going to be similar to Charlo. If he win, he was supposed to win. If he lose, then yeah, that'd be a real big deal. Now, this would be a real upset. The fight with Spence wasn't even an upset. Bud was the favorite. It's just a lot of people knew Earl Spence was the more popular fighter who make more money, but the odds makers had Bud the favorite. In this fight, he the underdog. These people know what they doing. I mean, sometimes every now and then they get it wrong, but for the most part, they get it right. And the biggest deciding factor for me is Canelo taking the fight. I don't think he take this fight if he got any doubt that he might lose. I don't think he take this fight. This is what, once again, I've been telling y'all, boxing has turned into wrestling to the point where these guys only take fights they think they can win. And they, pretty damn sure they gonna win. And that's the fact that Canelo took the fight this quick, and he pretty much know I got this. Because that was the case. He would have called me, he'll fight Benavidez. That's a bigger, better fight. That's the fight that he really should be in. Once again, I like Bud. I like both fighters. Now, I'm losing respect for Canelo. I do like both fighters, but I mean, Canelo he carrying himself like a bully now. He on some bully shit. He got 1,000 reasons why not to fight Benavidez. But you get in the ring with people like Charlo, now Terrence Crawford, guys that's two divisions smaller than you. But Benavidez don't get a fight. That's bullshit. It shouldn't even be able to be done like this. It really shouldn't, man. I'll be happy. I hope Crawford can pull it off. I honestly do. I hope he can win. I just don't see it. And once again, these dudes don't fight guys that they think got a chance on beating them. Honestly, they don't. So, unless there's going to be a lot of money on the table. So, with that, the fact that Canelo took the fight this quick and his attitude, the whole thing, I damn near say he know he can beat him. It'll be a big shock if Crawford go in there. This ain't going to be like Earl Spence, I promise you that. This is going to be a completely different thing. I don't know what the fuck going on with Earl, but this ain't going to be nothing like that. First off, Canelo ain't been out the ring no damn 2 years. Second off, Canelo is the bigger, stronger, younger fighter. He's just not taller, but he's physically bigger. Now, I don't know what the strength, who's stronger, who's not, but I do know Crawford is gonna be the naturally smaller man, and Canelo's the naturally bigger man who used to walking fighters down. Now, Crawford's feet might be better than the footwork of just about everybody else he fought, but Canelo is not a person that you gonna if this fight go 12 rounds back and forth, you're not getting a decision against Canelo. That's damn near impossible. We've all seen that over the years. It's been fights we thought that Canelo lost, and the referees always went his way. So you knocking him out or you losing. As simple as that, unless you can go in there and dominate him. And I don't see nobody doing that, not like that, especially a guy smaller. Because once again, Canelo going to put the pressure on and start stepping and cutting that ring off. And people say, well, Bud is the truth, Bud this, Bud that. I said, okay, well, they got one opponent that they both fought. They both fought Amir Khan. Go look at the fight. Canelo touched him one good time, knocked him in the next week. Amir Khan, I think in the 6th round or something like that, twisted his knee or something, and they stopped the fight with him and Crawford. But go look at that fight and see the difference in power. Crawford landed some shots, so I think he knocked him down one time, but Canelo gave him a one-punch KO. Sent him to sleep. That shows you how big the difference is in the power. Amir Khan was having the same success early with Crawford that he had with Canelo. So I don't see no big difference there. The only difference is one of them going to be hitting a whole damn lot harder and got a better chin than the other one. That's where the difference lies. And me personally, this is why I don't want to see this fight. Put like this. I ain't going to say I don't want to see it. I wouldn't, I would rather see Canelo and Bud fight something. I would rather see Bud fight Fondora. I would rather see Canelo fight Benavidez, fighting who they supposed to fight. I would feel more comfortable with the fight if it was at 160 for Crawford, or if he at least got in one fight with a legit middleweight, not no junior middleweight with 9 fights. Madrimov, he getting a lot of credit because Olympics, some shit like that, man. That don't mean nothing when you get to the pros. What happened to? The same thing happened when Lomachenko came in the pros, all geeked up, thinking he was just gonna come in to America and shine, and lost, I think, his second fight to Salido. Experience, Now, once again, Canelo done had 60-some fights too, professional. Like I say, man, I just don't like the fight. I think Canelo has turned into a bully. I'm losing a lot of respect for him because, once again, he was one of my favorite fighters. And it seems like now he either want to fight people that ain't that good or the real good fighters that's a couple of divisions under him and make them come up to his division where he going to have all the advantages. Now I think it will help Crawford, the fact that he'll be able to eat more while he train, and he'll be he should be stronger. But at the same time, by it being his first time and only time fighting in that division, it make me wonder will his legs be there all 12 rounds like usual with a guy like Canelo stalking. Because that's what's going to happen. I do not see Crawford standing in front of him. He going to be going backwards all fucking night. And so, once again, it's hard to get a good punches on a guy if you bagging up all night. And I don't see Crawford standing still long against Canelo or going forward. I just see him, on the back foot all fucking night. I really do, similar to Charlo, but I think he will fight more and try a little harder. But I think once he feel the power, I think that's probably what happened to Charlo. Once he feel the power, he gonna realize he can't get hit by too many of them shots clean, and it's gonna change the way you fight. That happen to anybody, and depending on how Bud's punches feel to Canelo. If Bud hit Canelo flush and he can't hurt him, he in real big trouble now. Because then Canelo will come out there with no mercy. So once again, anything can happen. I hope Bud can pull it off. Cause to be honest with you, although I like both fighters, I don't like the way Canelo carrying himself the last 4 or 5 years. I just really feel like, Benavidez is the right fight. He's the best guy in your division. And he done beat enough dudes to earn that fight, and he still can't get it. And the only thing I can see is Canelo don't want to lose, and he ain't ready to retire yet. So he ain't willing to pass the torch. That's the only thing I can see. And it'd be real fucked up for him if you go in there and let a little dude like Bud will beat him. That's it. It'll kind of be what you get. But once again, the fact that Canelo took the fight, I don't think he worried. I think that once again, these guys that's champion, when a guy calling them out and they finally take the fight, it's usually because they know they can win. Fights that they don't think they can win, you damn near got to get an act of Congress to get them motherfuckers in the ring for a fight. Honestly, it take damn near a act of Congress to get these dudes to fight some real competition. So it is what it is. But I really hope Crawford can win in some ways, just to teach Canelo a lesson and cut this bullshit out. If you're gonna be a champion and fight the guys that's supposed to be fighting, that you're supposed to fight. Don't be doing nobody like this. I mean, it's wrong for you to sit there and not get a guy a chance when he earned and deserved it. And you ain't got no legitimate reason why not talking that shit about, whatever Turkey will pay you what you want. You get the money from Turkey for that fight. You don't, he just don't want to fight. So it is what it is. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Till next time, it's your boy Spiel Dog. I'm out.